words. Determiners are words. You can also write down the Vidya. You can write down. It is part of your syllabus. It is part of your syllabus. What's your name? Yes. Yes. Sanjana. You can pen it down. Determiners are words used to identify used to identify or specify used to identify or specify a noun a noun in some way. Examples: I have a book. Find out determiner in this sentence. This is noun, this is noun, and what points out? Or. So or is our determiner. Or is what are? It's a determiner. This is your pen. This is your pen. So what is determiner? Your. It's a point out now. Whose pen is this? Whose pen is this? This is my pen. Then my is determiner. But if we say that it's mine, mine is determiner or not? No, not. It's not determiner. It's a possessive pronoun. It's a possessive pronoun. Why it's a possessive pronoun? Because it does not point out any noun. Suppose if I write it's mine, it's mine. So it does not point out, it has come in place of noun, but it does not point out any noun. That's why it is not a determiner. It is possessive pronoun. Possessive pronoun. It's a possessive pronoun. So determiners. Next, write down. Determiner signals. Determiner signals the coming of a noun. The coming of a noun in a sentence. The coming of a noun means जो noun आ रहा होता है ना उसको determine क्या करता है? Decide करता है, बताता है कि this is noun, this is noun, this is noun. Determiner, that's why it's important. कोई भी sentence we cannot form sentence without using determiners. If we have to place noun, we have to use determiner. Determiner ही बताएगा कि this is noun. Which word tells us? Determiner kahega. Determiner tells us that this particular word is noun. Now there is a question. It's a, what's the basic difference between adjective and determiners? Because we have read in adjectives that the word which modifies or modifies noun is called adjective. Suppose your is possessive adjective. Your is possessive. My is possessive adjective. His is possessive adjective. So then, why it is, sir? Why it is not adjective? Why it is determiner? So there is a slight difference. There is a slight difference between determiners and adjectives. There is no much difference. So pen it down. Difference between adjectives and determiners. Difference between adjectives and determiners. First, adjective describes a noun. Adjective describes a noun. Adjective describes a noun. Example, tall tree. Tall tree. How the tree? Tall. ये क्या कर रहा है? What it is doing here? Tree को describe कर रहा है. Tall tree. फिर लिखेंगे this tree. अब लिखेंगे क्या? This tree. तो और determine, sorry, लिखो this tree काट दो. Whereas determiners point it out. Determiners क्या करता है? Point it out करता है. Point करता है. Point करता है. Point. Whereas determiners point out. Am I audible? Am I audible? संजना, am I audible? सुन पा रही हो मुझे? What's your name? सुधांशु, संतनु. Am I audible? Yes sir, you are audible. You are audible. If you don't get, are you getting? If you are getting, yes sir, we are getting. If you don't get, what your answer? We are not getting. Vaibhav, are you getting? Madhav, are you getting? Rustam, I think you have already read these all things, isn't it? I have already taught you these all things. So determiners point out noun, whereas adjective describes a noun. Describe करता है कैसा लड़की, लंबी लड़की, tall girl, long hair. ये क्या पॉइंट आउट नहीं कर रहा है, क्या कर रहा है? डिस्क्राइब कर, नाउन को क्या कर रहा है ये? फर्स्ट डिफरेंस. नेक्स्ट, adjectives can change. Adjectives can change. Right, pen it down. Adjectives can change. Adjectives can change. Adjectives can change their form. Their form. Their form. Determiners retain. Determiners retain the same. Retain the same form. Determiners retain the same form. Means what? The form of adjectives can be changed. The form of adjectives can be changed, but form of determiners cannot be changed. Examples like good, better, best. Good is what? Adjective. Positive degree good, comparative degree better, superlative degree best. So the form of adjectives is here changing, but the form of determiners cannot be changed. It remains unchanged. It remains unchanged. Example, bright, brighter, brightest. This is the example of adjectives. This is the example of adjectives. An example of determiner, your can be changed or not? Your can be changed? No, it cannot be changed. My can be changed? No, it can't be changed. It retains the same form. It retains the same form. Next point. An adjective can be placed before or after a noun. An adjective can be placed. An adjective can be placed can be placed, can be placed before, before or after a noun. एडजेक्टिव्स को नाउन के पहले या नाउन के बाद में प्लेस किया जा सकता है, बट डिटरमाइनर, but determiner can be placed, determiners can be placed before only noun. डिटरमाइनर कैन बी प्लेस्ड बिफोर ओनली, सिर्फ नाउन के पहले ही प्लेस हो सकती है डिटरमाइनर. डिटरमाइनर नाउन के बाद में कभी भी प्लेस नहीं होगा. एग्जाम्पल्स, स्वीट मैंगो, स्वीट मैंगो. स्वीट मैंगो क्या है हमारा एडजेक्टिव में? स्वीट क्या है हमारा? कैसा मैंगो? स्वीट मैंगो. डिस्क्राइब कर रहा है, नाउन को डिस्क्राइब कर रहा है. दिस इज डिस्क्राइबिंग आवर नाउन. व्हाट इज आवर नाउन इन दिस सेंटेंस? मैंगो, मैंगो. एंड स्वीट इज adjective. Sweet is adjective. Anyone? Rustam, tell me the definition of now adjective. Stand up. The word which modifies nouns and qualifies nouns and tell about the shape, size, quantity, whatever it is. This is called an adjective. Yes, may use it. So determine sweet mangoes. And next, so look at here. Sweet is an adjective and it can be placed before, it is placed before noun. Sweet is placed before noun or after noun? Before noun. The mangoes are sweet. The mangoes are sweet. Next, the mangoes are sweet. The mangoes are sweet. Look at sweet. So sweet is placed here after noun. Sweet is placed here after noun. Next, which mangoes? Which mangoes? Which is what here? It's a determiner. Which is underline which and pen it down, determiner. Because it can be placed only before noun. Determiner can be placed before only noun. It cannot be placed after a noun. So this is the major, this is the major, you can say that, or slight difference between an adjective and a determiner. This is the basic difference which we must keep in our brain. The basic difference. So in up to some extent it's the both, determiners and adjective, but determiners points out noun. Okay, so now next, write down like articles. We have read articles. Have you read articles? A, and, the, or the. Okay, Vaibhav, can you tell me when we pronounce the or when we pronounce the? Can you tell me when we pronounce the or when we pronounce the? Jinath, stand. Tell me when we pronounce the or when we pronounce the. Roshan, when we pronounce the, when we pronounce the. Yusika, consonant sound. When we produce consonant sound, the word which starts with consonant sound, and if you have to use the, then we pronounce the. If our word starts with vowel sound, it is pronounced the end, the earth, No, may you sit. Have you sit. So articles. Uh, you can stop. You can stop.